It is just amazing how one card really just changes the whole game. Hey guys, welcome back to the Sensor Pop channel. I am in my ski attire, however, I am not on the mountain. One of my friends unfortunately cancelled on the trip because of the recent fear of the outbreak. However, today we have also a very exciting deck profile. I am kind of glad that I do have the time to talk about this, so let's make this the winter edition. Dr. Wheelo, it's a very fun deck to play with a very interesting mechanics. In build, he has the ability to take care of most of the things that your opponent throws at you. However, you just really want to be careful with the right cards in hands. You should be fine. You want to get to the magical 17 cards under his lap so that you can win the game outright. However, you will never get into 17 because your opponent most probably is gonna scoop before that happens. So without further ado, let's go straight into the deck profile. See you guys after the short intro, alright? Hey guys, welcome back from the intro. Let's go straight into the deck profile. I'm really excited to bring you this one, guys. So let's talk a little bit about the leader, because the leader needs a little bit of explanation, because a lot of people, let's be honest, we don't face this deck or play this deck, right? So Dr. Wheelo and Dr. Kochin, when you place this card in your leader's area, you get to activate your Dr. Wheelo slap. This is the most powerful field card ever. Alright, when this card attacks a leader card, you get to look up to top 7, and then you find a Frenzy Warrior, and then you add it into your hands. After that, you shuffle your deck. When you have 4 or more energy in your life, or your life 4 or more energy, or your life is 3 or less, you get to awaken. So he awakens whether your opponent swings or not. So if you're 3 or less, you get to awaken. If you're 4 energy, you awaken. One of the most powerful mechanics when it comes. He has one of the most powerful awaken ability, in my opinion, because you awaken no matter what. Alright? So you get to choose up to 2 of your energy and switch them to active mode. Dr. Wheelo, the evil scientist, when this card attacks, you get to draw a card, and then once per turn, you get to discard a card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards, keyword skill, and then you remove it for the duration of the turn. Activate main, so it's not activate battle. If it's activate battle, it is super good. Activate main, if your Dr. Wheelo slap has 17 cards, you win the game. GG, you're done. Alright, so let's talk about the leader. Strong part, weak part. Strong part is that he has the inbuilt ability to remove a keyword skill. That means you can remove barrier. Barrier, it's a keyword skill. The card itself the battle card cannot be chosen. However, the keyword skill can be chosen. So you can actually activate main, choose your opponent's battle card and remove it. Not remove it, the opponent's barrier, and then you remove barrier. So that is it, right? That is something that you can do, which is honestly pretty strong. Another strong part, his awakening ability. That means that his ways to awaken. If your opponent don't swing, you awaken on 4 energy, and then that 4 energy, it's so magical. You need that 4 energy to awaken, and it is the perfect time to awaken. And at the same time, if your opponent is very aggressive, you can awaken before your 4 energy, because if you have 3 life, you can awaken. Yep. Right. So bad part. Okay, let's talk about the bad part. The bad part is this. Disadvantage, he has to attack. For some reason, for a deck that does not need your opponent to go down in his life to win, you have to attack. So that is the bad part. So you have to attack to draw your cards. So sometimes you have to make the decision not to attack so that you don't draw the cards. So that you don't let your opponent play his arrival and things like that. That is the bad part. Especially in this meta, when arrival does come in pretty often, it's scary for you to attack. Alright? And he looks up to top 7, but only for Frenzy Warrior. The problem is, in this deck, there are Frenzy Warrior, and there are Dr. Wheelo and Dr. Kochin. Alright, so whatever cards that could search for Dr. Wheelo and Dr. Kochin cannot search for Frenzy Warrior, and your leader search for Frenzy Warrior, which does not include Dr. Wheelo and Dr. Kochin. Yep, so that is the bad part. However, on his awakened side, he draws a card. He's not such. What would be better if he doesn't need to attack and he can search for Dr. Wheelo and Dr. Kochin? But let's be real, this deck would become really, really good if that happens. Yeah. Alright, so let's talk about the deck itself. Sorry that I take so long with the leader, alright? But this is something I felt very passionate for. This is a very great and fun deck. I love fun decks, I love fun theme decks, so this is it. So Dr. Wheelo's Lab. This is your most important card. Your battle card cannot be switched in rest mode by your opponent card skill. Yep, so your opponent cannot switch it to rest mode. And you can only use blue or green card skill to place cards under this card, so which we satisfy the condition anyways, right? Alright, this card cannot be removed from your battle area by your opponent's card skill. So this card cannot be removed, it will be remaining on the board itself. Yep. Activate main, choose one of your opponent, tap 2, choose one of your opponent's battle card, energy 4 or less, and place it under this card. You may say that this is okay for less and barrier. The problem is, when it comes to Dr. Wheelo, the evil scientist, and with this one, his ability to take away barrier and Dr. Wheelo's lab ability to absorb anything for less, it's pretty amazing. So if you think of this combination, who will definitely not benefit from it? The U7 Search Leader. The U7 Search Leader, unfortunately, he has to activate battle, so that means he himself have to swing in order for his ability to activate, right? So in order for his ability to activate, he has to swing at you. So when you get when he gets you down and then you awaken, once you awaken, you are able, once his Vegeta hits the board, that invoke a Vegeta, you can remove the barrier skill, tap 2 and absorb the Vegeta. So it is a very bad matchup for U7. They have to play around this. Either they don't swing, if they don't swing, they don't activate. That's why I said it's very bad for your leader to swing, because then they can activate during their turn, right? So they buy time to get into their turn 3 where they play the Vegeta. However, if you go first, you are still ahead, because on your turn 4, when you put down your 4 energy, you can already awaken. So your opponent, if you're going first, your opponent is like, I don't know what to do. If I swing, I die. If I don't swing, he also dies. So I love this leader, as you can see. Alright, so let's go straight into the deck and into the deck profile. Alright, after talking so long. Alright, let's talk about a 1-cost card. So this, you play this card, you place the top card from your deck onto under the lap, and then you get to draw a card. Most of the cards over here replenishes your hands, so it's gonna be fine if you play them and if you play them properly. Bioman, he is your searcher, so if you play this card, you look up to top 7, choose up to 1 Dr. Uiro or Dr. Kochin. Remember, Frenzy Warrior are not Dr. Uiro and Dr. Kochin. Dr. Kochin and Dr. Uiro is not Frenzy Warrior. So he is your searcher. But Bioman is your searcher. It's a Frenzy Warrior. So Bioman can be search off your leader's ability, tap 1, play him, and then search for your Dr. Wheelo and Dr. Kochin. Alright, and this is an extra card just to ensure that you get your Dr. Kochin and Dr. Wheelo. They are very important, and I'll show you what are the very important cards. If your leader is Dr. Uiro, look up to top 5, find Dr. Wheelo, Dr. Kochin, put it into your hand, untap your energy if you place a card in your hands. Most probably, I've never missed with this card. You're gonna hate it, because he takes away all the Frenzy Warrior cards. So you're left with quite a lot of Wheelo and Kochin in your deck, so you are able to draw from them. Alright, so we have talked about all these cards. Let's talk about this Frenzy Warrior. We talk about the Frenzy Warrior first. Him, it's pretty good, but you want to play him really at the start of the game. So when your opponent swings, you activate. He's a 2-cost Frenzy Warrior. When you swing, when you activate blocker, you place the top card under your lap. Alright? So and he cannot be KO'd by battle cards, only battle card, not leader cards with original power 15k or less for the duration of the battle. That means you need to strategically use him. So when your opponent swings with something which is 10k or 15k, use him to block, activate, and then he stays on the board. Your opponent either needs to commit another card to take him out, which is 15k or more, or he's gonna survive and gonna give you more value. If he activates blocker twice, I would say that he has done his job. Pretty amazing card, really. Look at your opponent's face when you use that. It's fun. Okay, let's talk about the second another Frenzy Warrior. This is a super combo, which I play this because it can be search of your leader's ability. Pretty good, love that. Top 7, you get it. However, I would argue with so much blockers that you're gonna have on the board, super combos is not something that I look for when I look at this top 7. Bioman, this is something that I look for the top 7. If not, I will go for this card. This card is simply amazing. 4 energy, bond 3. Take note of that. I actually played it one time by itself and I was like, oh shit, it's not bond 3. Your opponent either choose one. Your opponent chooses 2 cards from their hands and place it under your lap, or your opponent chooses 2 cards from their hands and send it to their warp. So this is you. If you're playing this deck, you want your first ability. So when you put it down, your opponent next 2 from their hands, right? And he does nothing after that. So he's a 20k on board with a 0-5k combo, so you can use him as a combo piece. Don't swing with him because you don't want to give your opponent anything unless there are cards on their board that you want to take care of. You can swing with him. Have multiple pieces of him because I just keeps on playing him and your opponent just keeps on nagging and your lap just keeps on getting that blast 2. That's pretty amazing. I love this card. 4 off. Definitely. Alright, so we have talked about all the Frenzy Warrior. Let's talk about the main combo of the deck. Right now you would think, okay, not so much, because the damage are not coming from the Frenzy Warrior. Alright, so when it comes to this guy and the Piccolo, you get +2/+2, but you don't get the increment value. Where does the increment of value comes in, right? Where you get that +2, and if opponent do something stupid, you get an additional +2. This is where the game starts. Let's talk about one of the cards I really wanted in my starting hands. This guy, Madness 1, Dr. Kochin. So he has this thing called Revive. Revive is you place cards in your hands in the drop area that matches all color, which is, this is blue and green. When this card is KO'd, play this card and negates the skill for the duration of the turn. So also when you place one card from your hand and place it under your lap, when you play this card, you get to draw a card. So when you play the card, you take a card from your hands, you put it under the lap, and then you draw a card from his ability. The thing is, he is also a blocker though. So he stays on the board, your opponent swings, you block with him. You use his revive ability, that means you throw in something which is blue and green, and then he comes back, and then this auto starts in again. So because it says, play this card and negates this skill for the duration of the turn. So you play it, you put a card under the lap, and then you draw a card. He helps you to recycle your hand. At the same time, he comes back as a active blocker, and then you have another card in your lap. Now, in the past, when you play this, it is you're nagging your hands, right? And then you gain no values from it, except that you keep on piling cards under this lap. However, with this additional of this one card, it is amazing now. So Dr. Wheelo, this is Uiro, however I will call it Wheelo, cybernetic rebuff. So he is a blocker when this card is placed in your drop area from your hands by an opponent's skill, right? So your opponent say discard a card, you discard this, and then it comes back. It just comes back. It's amazing. Or by your revive skill, you may play this card. So Dr. Kochin, block, you play Dr. Kochin, place one card under the lap, draw a card, your opponent swings, block with Dr. Kochin. This card, I was gonna point it at my screen. Take this card, put it under your, drop it to use his revive skill, play him, take a card from your hands, put it under the lap, draw a card again. You are recycling. You see the recycling mechanics comes in, and then you play this card from now. You are 3 blockers in one turn. Block, block, block. 3 blockers in one turn. So even people are going very aggressive, they have a big problem dealing with this mechanics unless they can take them out. And if their mechanics to take them out is not like the red nagging, which is like -10, -5 or stuff like that. If it's like choose your opponent's card and KO it, this thing kicks off again. Because if this card is KO'd, so this card is KO'd by your opponent's skill, it's still KO'd, and it starts over again. It's so amazing. So now you get the mechanics on how to play this, right? I'm gonna show you another very nasty play that you can play against Cell player. If your logo has some issues with Cell and you have that one player who's playing Cell and such Cell, yeah, in the Perfection Surplus, and you don't like him and you want to see him cry, this is how you're gonna play it. This is your guy. So he is Dr. Wheelo, so that means he does not get Search out of your Dr. Kochin, your leader's ability. That's why I said it's very important to get these cards in your hands. That's why I play 6 cards to search for them. Alright, so this is a card that you want it in your hands. I would argue that if you're playing against Search Cell, switch this, because Search Cell, most probably it's not going to swing. If he's swinging, something is wrong. So be careful. If it's swinging, that means it's playing other mechanics. So you want this to be switch, alright? So play 4 of this if you're going against Search Cell. So blocker, revive, he also has revive skills, so that mechanics that I show you still works. And when you play this card, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle card in their drop area and place those cards under this card or Dr. Jiro's lab in your battle area. So 3 costs, you cast it, your opponent maybe has not even started his combo because he sees that you're swinging, or he thinks that it's a slow game, so he wants to take it like a slow or something. Or if you're going first, right? Your opponent has 2 energy, maybe he has not tapped that Cell and 17 out. Play this, take that Cell 3 drop and a 17 1 drop and put it under his Dr. Jiro's lab. Your Dr. Jiro's lab. He's never gonna get that card back again. So when you do that, right, your opponent has to restart the combo again, and then maybe you play another Willow, and then you just grab the 2 cards and put it again. If your opponent is dumb enough to switch his strategy and swing, block it with a Willow, your Willows dies, play him, revive. Now you have 2 blockers on the board, and you already block once, and then you take 2 battle cards from his drop area again, and then you put it under the lab again. So this is really disgusting, really horrible for your opponent. Alright, so this is the combo. This is a little bit of the spice. I've never once used this because it's just so difficult to play him. I have only Dr. Kochin here. If your opponent is not swinging for some reason and he's playing the long game, and then you just wants to populate, he is pretty much your guy, or you want to take care of something which is bigger. However, I think Slumber Slide, take note, this is the sideboard. So this is the sideboard option, yeah? Slumber Strike, it's definitely the battle card than this. When you play this card, you get to choose 1 Frenzy Warrior from your drop area, add it into your hands, then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle card, KO it. You can hard cast it at 4. So activate main, choose 2, or you activate main, choose 2, choose 1 Dr. Kochin in your battle area, KO it, play this card from your hands. This is your Dr. Kochin, yeah? So you play him, you have him on the board. If your opponent is not swinging, you play him. But this is since it's once per turn, and if your opponent is not swinging and you have cards like that in your hands, then you can't afford to play this, or this in your hands, that you can afford to do this revive. Tap 2, KO Dr. Kochin, then revive Dr. Kochin, pop take back 1 of your frenzy card. You can take this one back if you want to, because it's a super combo, it's a frenzy warrior. You take back a super combo, pop him. Take back a super combo, KO 1 of your opponent's battle card, and then with this guy, you play it, and then you throw him, revive him, and then you put one more, and then you revive Dr. Kochin back, and then you draw a card with Dr. Kochin. I know that sounds really complicated. Let me do it again. If your opponent has barrier, he has a barrier card which is bigger than 4 that your Dr. Wheelo's lab cannot take care of, and it has barrier. Use Dr. Wheelo's ability, drop a card, drop one of your Frenzy Warrior. Take note, drop one of your Frenzy Warrior. Never drop these cards. The multicolor cards are very, very valuable in this deck. So drop one of your Frenzy Warrior. That is if you have Dr. Kochin, please have at least a Dr. Kochin on your board. Alright? So use him, drop one of your Frenzy Warrior, you can drop your super combo, it's totally fine. Tap him to KO Dr. Kochin. Then his ability, pop one of your opponent's card. Because you drop him, you remove the barrier. Then because of his ability, you get to choose one Frenzy Warrior, choose the cards that you drop, put it back into your hands, KO your opponent's card that you just removed that barrier from, and then activate his revive ability, throw this guy into a drop area, then he comes out back again, put a card under your lap, draw a card, and then activate his ability, he comes back. Now you have 2 blockers on the board, and then you have this guy on the board, and then you lose almost like 0 cards in your hands, except this card. Yep, so this is how you play. This is the chain. I know it takes 4 cards, but you can remove something, barrier, that is big on the board, just like that. I won. Yep, alright. I'm sorry for taking such a long time. Now, the finale. Yep. Dr. Wheelo, when you play him, you finish the game. Yeah, when you play this card, choose one, either top 6 from your deck, put it under your lap, or top 6 cards from the drop area and put it under your lap. And so you want to get to 11, which, to be honest, I've never get there because my opponent actually scooped when I was already like halfway there. They was like, okay, no, they're not gonna play it because they know they're in for the long game. They have nothing to do, take care of the situation. They know that they're gonna be dead, so they just scoop. And so that's it. Though, as I explained, there's just so many ways to play this. Of course, we play that one card. You can use it for revive if you don't think you need it. However, this is just to catch your opponent off guard and swing for the game if you need to. Alright, so this is the deck profile. I hope you like it. There are many mechanics for you to deal with. I hope I really explained to you. There's just so many mechanics that you have to deal with things. Even against hand destruction, you are also playing hand destruction. So against Piccolo, it's definitely difficult. It's difficult for anything to play against Piccolo anyways. So however, this is a fun deck, but for most of the time you should be able to take care of the things that your opponent throws at you if you get the right cards in your hands, if you play it more intelligently. So I hope you like the deck profile. If you have a Dr. Wheelo's lab that some spice that I've missed it here, please let me know. Put it in the drop area, put it in the description. I would definitely read it. I'm sorry for taking such a long time. Let's not pull it anymore. I was just really trying to explain the deck properly as much as I can. So guys, see you guys in the next video. Alright, ciao, bye.